We start off, and I don't know what kind of extra credit this man Will's been doing, because he's got all these lecturers bouncing on his shit. I can't believe it, there's no doubt. This has to be my glorious #1 student, Will. We're still grading and he hasn't even made a single mistake yet. You got that right. I mean, what can't this kid do? Let's go. I mean, this Will kid, man, he's gonna do great things. I'm telling y'all, man, you'll see. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. If my lecturer looked like that, I'd be getting a perfect score on my test, bro. I'm just saying. Then we see bro in the library on his grind, putting in that work for his final exam because he needs that one spell work credit to ascend the tower. Then we got the nighttime and we see Alfea prancing the walls of the tower. And this is the most she's done the entire show. Because every time we've seen her, she's just been perched up somewhere stalking Will. When she gets approached by Eleanor, talking about some, if it isn't Alfea, I'm surprised to see you finally leave the basement you've been hiding in. But Alfea isn't taking any disrespect. She says you still mad about getting cooked in the magic competition, huh? Hit the aim labs, buddy. Then my boy Zio pulls up saying, I don't know what type of game of rock, paper, scissors y'all got going on, but we got Terminalia to attend. What is Terminalia? All you see is this ritual that happens once every year to prevent the barrier from collapsing. But that's not important right now, because we cut the world's biggest hater staring at this exam paper, and you already know he's cooking up something devious. Alright everyone, shut up. We will now begin your final exam. And I'll have you know I thought long and hard about this test. But you can take it easy, as this test will only consist of one question. Yes, a single question. And there definitely wasn't any bias in any way, shape or form during the construction of this question. Now, for your question, what is magic? This nigga Ed saw all the other lecturers hyped about Will being the only student to get 100% on all his tests, and he decided to make the final exam literally impossible for bro to pass. That's like asking, would you rather have a gay son or thought daughter? Whichever one you pick, you're good. And bro, just look at this man's face. He looks just like me when I see you still haven't subscribed. So what are you doing? Subscribe so I can finally quit my job of flipping patties at Maggie D's. We get back to Will. And this man is cooked, but he says he won't give up. And bro, I'm not gonna lie, they got this man doing the blackhead meme. Reaching for the answers, bro. Bro, they had me in the first half like I thought bro was gonna cook on this paper. But we cut to Werkner pulling up on it and he's not having it. Yo, what the fuck were you thinking? The nigga's been using AI to cheat. I ran his shit with the AI checkers and that shit came back 100%. Bullshit. I checked for ChatGPT and nothing came up. That's because the nigga was using Claude. He swindled y'all goofies. I've been trying to tell y'all, he's a fraud. This is a school for magic. How can you enroll and not even know what magic is? That nigga's lucky he made it this far. Now get the fuck out of my office. We pan back to Will and he's bawling his eyes out. But we don't have time for this because the festival's about to begin and you see everyone out there having a good time enjoying the vibes. But don't forget, there's still business to attend to because the barrier's gonna fall. The Majia Vander pulls up and everyone's gassed. They all lift their wands in the air and they blast the barrier with their magic, restoring the barrier for another year. When this black writing appears with a smile emoji, then these portals appear all over the sky, spawning these demons. Then we see Kurogiri from My Hero. Like, bro, I swear this anime ended like 5 months ago. Why are we still seeing this, man? We get back to the action, and these monsters are tearing shit up. Sarah pops a bubble jutsu and spawns these golems in to hold the monsters back. While this nigga from Solo Leveling gathers all the mages to hit them with a Nimpo acidic blaze. Then this nigga goes ahead and says, if they really think they could compete with high-level mages, bro needs to put the fries in the bag. Because when you look behind him, we see the monster emerge from the flames unscathed. He tries to hit bro with another fireball jutsu, but it slaps it away and hits bro with the Yamamoto treatment. But I know what you're thinking. These dudes hit this monster with a combined fireball jutsu. How didn't it take any damage? Turns out these monsters are wielding Mage Slayer swords, which are blades that can negate magic. Which in short means, these niggas is doomed. To make things worse, the villains waited for this day specifically because it's the only time of the year the Majia Vander would be weakened since they depleted all their magic casting that spell. So there's really nothing anyone can do except for one man, the lone sword, the GOAT. Bro, this man bursts onto the scene speed blitzing every monster in his path. Like this man is a one-man army.
What type of nigga stand on business, nigga? One man army getting 50, nigga. What's gonna do that? I stand on business, nigga.
This is when everyone realizes Will is the only person who can stop the monsters, but he can't do this on his own. Turns out Gandalf had a contingency plan just in case an event like this were to unfold. He tells Iris to call the dwarfs to action, and that's what she does. And now everyone's on time. Liana tries hitting them with lightning breathing, but it does nothing. Even illusion magic isn't working. But Sion notices that hitting them with enough magic staggers them. So now the plan is to hit them with everything they've got and to hope for the best, I guess. Then we cut to the villains, and apparently they've got a little something special for everyone. We flip back to Will, and he's putting in that work when a portal appears in front of him, and then we see this thing that looks like it's spawned from the depths of hell. Thing looks like it's spawned straight out of Yu-Gi-Oh! Hops out the portal and hits Will with the meanest left hook, booming bro through like 8 buildings. And I don't even know how bro's still standing, but it's not done yet because he spawns on top of Will and booms him from above, destroying the entire building. Then we learn that this thing is called the Majia Vander Slayer. Yeah, pack it up, everyone's getting hoed. This thing starts toying with Will until it sees some fresh meat. It hits him to the side, and it's about to kill these side characters. But Will comes in stopping the attack. But that's not enough, because this thing cocks its foot back a whole 280 degrees and punts bro cross map, pops back on top of him and hits him with a mean karate chop. Bro, this thing was really giving some premium belt to ass. It goes for the killing blow, but this hobbit shoulder checks the demon and all the dwarfs around it. They about to jump it. But it turns out everything is going according to plan, because apparently all the dead demons were used as cannon fodder for the Vander to absorb their cores, just so we can become even stronger. Bro, this thing spawned in 5 minutes ago and it's already got better feats than the entire Majia Vander. It finishes transforming and starts sending all the dwarfs back to the lobby. Then Will says the only thing that can stop it is that power he used last season. This is when Rusty comes in calling for Will's sword, but the Vander blocks it and literally disarms Rusty, bro. Bro, it took his whole armor. Will goes in hitting it with all he's got, but he's getting outclassed in every single way. Like, this is getting sad to watch, bro. And just when it's about to send Will packing, Rusty sacrifices himself to save Will, joining Toji in the Apple logo squad. Then Will gets saved by his #1 glazer, and they skedaddle out of there. We cut back to the tower, and Zio and Alpheus is pissed. Bro, they can't do anything and they trying to go and help. But Gandalf is saying, "You shall not pass!" We pan back to Will and Werkner, and they getting jumped by the great explosion murder god Dynamite, and he booms them. Then we flip to the headless guy, and he sends this beam of magic towards the tower, directing the Vander to attack the tower. Sarah tries to stop it, but she gets boomed. Then we pan to Ed, and this man thinks he's Aaron, telling the dwarfs to commit suicide to stop those monsters, but they not about it. Then this monster comes from above. Ed saves her and sends it packing, and then he tells him that all the lives of the dwarfs are worth more than his, and he needs them to stop the Vander. You know, when the racist puts his agenda to the side, shit's hitting the fan.
Oh no, this can't be.
So she agrees to help and assembles all the remaining dwarfs, and they about to head out. We pan back to Will and Werkner, and they crash landed in an alley. Then we see Werkner emerging from the smoke, and bro joined the donut squad. He falls down to Will and tells him he does have magic. Wow. He waited until his dying breath to tell this nigga he had magic. You couldn't have done that sooner. But then Finn shows up and tells Will he'll be okay. Somebody's gotta explain the logic in the show, because I can see Will through this nigga. How is he gonna recover from this? But Finn brings him back his sword and gives him a little speech. He drops some blood on that nigga and it lights up. Bro might be King Arthur. And then he tells him to say the magic word. And then Will yells, "Courage!" But in the Black Clover are writing is this. His hair turns white and it gets longer, and then he says limiter off. So this man starts speed blitzing all the monsters on the map.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
We cut to Sion and he's spamming fire style. But it's just not working, bro. We know these things can counter magic. Why are you still trying? His speed boost behind him, and bro's turning around trying to hit it with another magical attack like the previous ones worked. But a flash appears blocking the attack and knocking the monster away. Sion's like, nigga, is that you? And Will ignores him and proceeds to aura farm. The demon gets back up but Will's on timing. He sprints forward towards it and sends it flying with maximum efficiency. It's about to crash into the tower, but Grandma is still like that. She blocks the demon from reaching the academy, but she's shook, she's confused, she's baffled. What could possibly knock this demon this far back? And then we see him, my goat. Will walking this demon down, bro. He's locked in. Then he says, let's finish this. And they clash. Bro, the blast was so huge, it had everyone asking, is Will fighting? And bro, everybody knows it's like that. All the homies rush to the scene and we cut to these randoms. They over here talking about some, should we help him? A couple minutes ago, you niggas couldn't even help yourselves. So you can sit your butts down, big dog. And they all start to realize that they treated bro like shit and he's the only one doing something to try and save them. Then we hear someone yell, go Will! And it was Sion. And everyone joins in cheering, bro. It was beautiful. This shit had me in tears, man. We get back to the fade, and these niggas are really boxing. They clash, and Will pushes this thing back. He proceeds to speed blitz the demon, and he goes in for his final attack. But his sword breaks.
No. Wait. Wait.
And I thought it was over for him for a second. But then we flip to the tower and we see Elfaria walking towards the door and everyone's like, you better not be thinking about leaving the tower. But she tells them she has no intention of leaving. She's just trying to get a better view of the fight from the balcony. But then she hits them with a oops, my hand slipped, and sends a giant ice sword directly on top of Will's head, hitting one of the craziest alley-oops I've ever seen. They connect telepathically and we see an explosion. Out of the smoke, we see Will wielding an ice greatsword. Like, this shit is so peak, bruh. Majia Vander rushes Will, and he slices its arm off, destroying its arm and the Maid Slayer as well. Everyone's seeing this, and they are all stunned. Everyone except Ed, bro. This man stays hating on Will. Then we learn that Will's magic is the fifth element. What is the fifth element, you ask? I don't know, but this man Will is cooking right now. He freezes the demon in place and slides in, hitting it with another ferocious strike. It tries retaliating by hitting him with a zero, but Bo parries all of them and proceeds to aura farm on everyone. Bro, I've been telling y'all, this nigga is like that. We cut back to the ops, and he says, nigga, do something. These niggas are so foul because they resort to jumping tactics. And this man Hitler spawns in like 20 of these men on Will. But Elfaria says it doesn't matter, damn near looking like she's about to bust right now. Because when you combine wand and sword, there's nothing that can stop you. Will plants his sword in the ground and says overload full burst, turning the entire area into Elsa's castle from Frozen. All the monsters pounce towards him, and then he says L Glaze throws L7 and impales all the monsters with an AoE attack, and everyone shook. Bro, this man has surpassed his limits like 10 times already in one fight. Captain Yami would be proud, bro. Even the Headless dropped his wand, but we pan back to Will and he's ready to end this. He gets into position, whips out the extendo blade and slices through to the Vander, turning it into ice and shattering it. And then he proceeds to aura farm again. And we cut the Finn gassing up Will, keeping to his promise with Mercedes, even though it only took about 500 years. Everyone is gassed. This anime is peak. And that's the end of the video. I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm back now, and I'm gonna try to be more consistent. But if you enjoyed, be sure to drop a like and sub. Peace.